Now our topic in the second unit, materials of the rolling contact bearing, and we will see that generally we are these materials of rolling contact bearings, the races should be subjected to that high local stresses and varying magnitude. So, and then each revolution of the bearing material of the rolling element, that is steel, will be there. Generally we are going to using steel is there, should be high quality and generally made of high carbon and chromium steel. The materials for both balls and races, generally we are going to using extra hardness and toughness. So generally the balls and the inner and outer races are high carbon steel and high carbon chromium steel. That is, we are going to designated by SAE 52100 or ASI 5210. So generally this carbon content is 1% and 1% is chromium. So then generally these balls and races through that handed to obtain a minimum hardness of 58 Rockwellness. Okay, that's one of the measuring point. That's why we are going to designing the hardness number. We are going to designate it as 58 Rockwell. So another one is the cages we are going to made of stampings at low carbon steels, and the rollers will be made by, generally we are going to making by hardened steels, and that is ASI 3310 and 4620 or 8620. They are case of carburized to obtain the surface hardness 58 Rockwell temperature hardness number. So in this Rockwell hardness number, we will see that some of the balls are manufactured by hot forging on hammers from the steel rods, and these are generally heat treated and ground polished. So races are generally we are going to manufactured formed forging and then heat treated ground and polished. So this is that materials, and we will see that lubrication of the ball bearings, ball and roller bearings. So one is that to reduce the friction and wear between the sliding parts and the bearings, to prevent racing, to prevent rusting or corrosion of the bearing surfaces. Another one more lubrication, and to protect the bearings surfaces from the water and dirt and to dissipate the heat. So these are the lubrication of the bearings. Next, see that rolling contact bearings, some of the important terminology will be there. This is very most important in terminology of rolling contact bearings. That is generally we are going to saying as first one, life will be there, average life is there, and average life, rated life, and minimum life will be there. So now we will discuss one by one when we are going to saying as life of the bearing. So life of the bearing is the life of an individual ball bearing may be defined as the number of revolutions hours at some given constant speed which the bearings runs before the first evidence of the fatigue develops in the material of one of the rings or any of the rolling elements. That is called as life of the bearing. I am going to very clearly showing in the graph also. Please observe, I drawn the graph percentage of bearings in operation and life of the bearing. So now we will see that rating life. What is that rating life? Rating life is defined as identical ball or roller bearings is defined number of revolutions or hours at some given constant speed, that 90% of group of bearings will complete or exceed before the first evidence of the fatigue develops. That is, only 10% of a group of bearings fail due to fatigue. So that is called as rating life. Now we will see that same also I shown also here. Now this lapsed in these figures can be give that rating life bearings are simply L10. We are going to giving that one designation is L10, and similarly L50, 50 average life. Okay, 50% of the bearings are operational. It is known as medium average life or medium life, defines the life of the contact of the bearings. Now we will see that another one, bearing load. What is that bearing load? Bearing load is nothing but if two groups of identical bearings are listed are tested under the loads P1 and P2 respective, that leaves of that is L1 and L2, life of the bearing 1 and life of the bearing 2. L is the life in millions of revolutions or life in hours. L1 by L2 is equal to P2 by P1 whole raised to 2. So that is called as bearing load. Another one more important equation for that bearing life is basic starting loading of rolling contact bearing. What is that? It has given as C0 is equal to F0 into I Z d square into cos alpha, where I is equal to number of rows of balls in any one of the bearing, Z is equal to number of ball per row, D is the diameter of the balls in mm, and alpha is the normal angle of contact, that is normal angle between the line of action of the ball load and a plane perpendicular to the axis of the bearing. That is that F0 is equal to a factor depending upon the type of bearing. The value of factor F0 for the bearings made hardened steel are taken as follows. F0 is equal to, we seen that the value of F0 for radial contact bearings made of hardened steel as it is given in the data book also, design data book, that is F0 is equal to 3.33 for self-aligning ball bearings, that is equal to 12.3 for radial contact bearings and angular contact bearings. So for radial contact bearings, the basic static load is given by C0 is equal to F0 I Z I Z LE d cos alpha. We know that what is the I, we know that we are already seen the number of rows of rollers in bearings. Z is equal to number of rollers per row. LE is equal to effective length of the contact between one roller, that ring or washer where the contact shortness. Okay, that is that basic static loading. Next we will see that. So now we will see that we are given load of the given value of C represents that load carrying capacity of the bearing for 1 million revolutions. This value of C of the purposes of the bearing selection should be lower than that of given this manufacturer's catalog. Normally the basic of the dynamic load rating represented by the manufacturer catalog, as per the manufacturer catalog only, will go for conservative value. Therefore the chances of the failure of the bearing is very less. So equivalent radial load, this equivalent radial load is rating of bearing is given for radial loads only. Therefore if the bearing is subjected to both axial and radial load, then the equivalent radial load is estimated as PE is equal to VPT or P is equal to X VPT plus YPT. So what is P equivalent radial load? PT is given radial load, PA is given axial load, and V is the race rotation factor, 1.0 for inner race rotation factor, 1.2 is outer race rotation factor, and X is radial factor, and Y is that axial factor. Now these things will be there. Another one more equation for this one, we will see that, yeah, static equivalent load and static equivalent load for rolling contact bearings, that is equal to W naught or X naught WR plus Y naught plus WA, and WR is equal to WR, where WR is radial load, WA is axial or thrust load, X naught is a radial load factor, and Y naught is axial thrust load factor. Now we will see that one table for the value of X naught and Y naught for radial bearings. So now first of all, in that all these formulas will be given in that design data book. These tables are also given in this design data book. So first one is the type of the bearing. So type of the bearing is that radial contact groove ball bearing. So single row bearing is X naught is 0.60 and Y naught is 0.50, and double row ball bearing X naught is 0.60 and 0.50. So self aligning ball or roller bearings, that is X naught, we are going to seeing that 0.50, and X naught, we know that what is X naught, just now I explained to you. X naught is nothing but radial load factor, and Y naught is axial load factor. You please remind, and directly I am going to giving that values, just you please observe it. So that is Y naught 0.22, X naught is equal double row ball bearings 1 and 0.44 cot theta. So another one more type of bearings here, angular contact bearings. Here we are going to taking as a nominal angle, that is alpha. Alpha 15 will be there, alpha 10 will be there, alpha 25 will be there. All these things we are going to, we have to consider X naught and Y naught for single and double roller bearings. What is that? Alpha 15, that is equal to X naught 0.50, Y naught is 0.46. Whereas double ball bearing 1 and 0.92. Alpha 20, 0.50 and 0.42. Okay, all these values we can read. And one more angle I will give you. Alpha is equal to 45 degrees. 0.50 will be there and 0.22 will be there. And 40, nominal angle 40, 0.50 will be there, 0.26 will be there. Okay, and that double row roller bearing, that is 1 and 0.2. So now all these things we have to go for whenever we are going to solving the problems. All these things we have to take that one. And one more thing, the life of the bearings for various machines will be there. There are different types of life of the bearings. And first one we will see that what is the applications of bearings, we can say that. And life of the bearings in hours. In hours we can see that. First one, instruments and operators that are rarely used. So this application will be there, that life of the bearing will be that 500 hours. And aircraft engines, same thing, sliding doors will be there for 1000 to 2000 hours. After that the bearing will be failure. And machines will be used short periods or immediately, and those breakdown. Over there we are applied this rolling contact bearing generally 4000 hours to 8000 hours. 4000 hours to 8000 hours. So these generally where we are going to applying machines, agriculture machines, cranes, erecting shops, domestic machines, we are going to using all these bearings. And one more application we will take, machines working intermittently whose breakdown would have serious consequences. That is example, auxiliary machinery in power stations, conveyor plants, we can take it, and goods we can take it, machine tools frequently. These can be withstand maximum the life of the bearing in hours will be that 8,000 to 12,000 hours. 8,000 to 12,000 hours. One more applications we can see that machines working 8 hours per day and not always fully utilized. That is stationary electric motors, generator purpose motors, and all these things. Generally these are, we can use that 12,000 hours to 20,000 hours. These are the applications. One more application we can see that pulp and paper industry and machinery, public power plants, and mine pumps and waterworks, mining industry. These bearings we can apply for 1 lakh hour to 2 lakh hours. 1 lakh hour to 2 lakh hours. Okay, now we can stop this applications and dynamic load factors we discuss. Now we will see that basic dynamic load rating and of rolling contact bearings. Thank you.